Hello, this is Matthew Robert Payne, and over this way, or over this way, no matter which way it shows on the camera, is Toulouse Sarah Johnson. We are the stars in this series, Conversations at the Dinner Table, and you'll be happy to know that we've self-published, well, really, Toulouse has self-published 11 books revealing conversations at the dinner table
Mm,
on Amazon. And you can
mm,
actually not just watch these conversations on video, you can actually buy the books and read it and refresh yourself. So, for those who of you who are following this series, the books are 99 cents, and each of the books covers three conversations, doesn't it?
mm.
So that's our little advertisement. Um, I'm pleased to announce that yesterday, uh, with Toulouse's help, I published my 200th book, and that's a bit of a celebration. And I don't do weights very often, which shows with my flabby stomach, but uh,
So I'm up to.
the point of speaking sometimes is just to make Toulouse laugh. We've got a special guest in the conversations today. He may be a permanent guest. Um, he's someone that major Christian commentators say is in hell, and he just went to hell apparently, but he's escaped out of hell with a fiery tail. He's got a tail that's burning, and he's a bit singed, but he's made it to heaven and he'll be happy to speak. And that's Pope Francis. I don't know his original name, so we'll call him
I
Pope
don't know
Francis.
either.
Um, I read a couple of books about him as he was becoming the Pope. He seemed a really
Mm,
lovely man of God, very humble. And I've heard from two different sources that he died with $100 to his name, and
mm,
that he's asked to be buried in a plain wooden coffin in an
mm,
unpopular area, not in the popular area. So he's going to have a poor man's burial, and
mm,
that's just typical to his humility. If you're just tuning in on YouTube, and you haven't watched Conversations at the Dinner Table, this is where we talk to about 16 saints in heaven, including my mother and father, including Toulouse's husband and Toulouse's son, Emmanuel, Toulouse's husband, Benjamin. In these dinner table conversations, Toulouse asks most of the questions because she's a good question thinker upper. Um, and and yeah, and I'm always achieving things for people watching the videos. You may not people watching the videos. You can see Toulouse laugh, nope, and whenever she's laughing, I'm happy. Um, we'll just start, and I'll have you, Toulouse, when you address a person, say their full name, so the people listening can do so. Um, Scripturally, the Apostle Paul said, "We're seated in heavenly places." The Apostle
mm,
Paul went to heaven and met with people. The Apostle John went to heaven and met with people, and it's quite biblical. I personally believe, Jesus went to heaven and mixed with his Father also from time to time. Certainly on two occasions when Jesus was baptized and on the Mount of Transfiguration, the Father actually came down to earth on two occasions. So, whatever we've seen the apostles do, whatever we've seen Jesus do, is possible. So, we're seated in heavenly places right now. I'm seated on earth in my lovely living room, which is so decoratively decorated for you. And I'm also seated in a table that can fit about 20 people on it in heaven. With that introduction, Toulouse wondering, is that the longest introduction we've ever had? And we'll start with Toulouse's husband, Benjamin.
Oh, Matthew, how did you know? That was where my heart went straight. I'm going to my husband first. So you're well trained now, Matthew. So I'm happy with that. So hello, Benjamin.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm good. Have you missed me?
I've been missing you like a girl misses flowers.
That's a good answer. Some girls love flowers. I don't love flowers, but for,
Some girls need to have flowers bought for them every week
yeah, yeah. I could
by
see.
their husbands. And
Too
I don't
much.
talk to you very often. I talk to you like every Earth Day, but like Matthew's mother said, it's 3 weeks between Earth Days in heaven. So
Mm.
I only really get to talk to you at length when you sleep and you come to heaven.
Oh, wow. I wish I know that, Ben. I wish I'm aware of that. All of these things are so mystical to me, mysterious sometimes as well. You're just perplexed. How don't you know that?
Well, perhaps Matthew has reason. Perhaps if he understood that he was in heaven, he wouldn't want to come back.
Hmm. So do you think I wouldn't want to come back either? If I
You
under
just grab a pole in heaven, and we wouldn't be able to pry you off it.
and
It
that's not a good
wouldn't
idea.
be like a stripper's pole. Any sort of pole would be good for you to clutch onto, and just a street sign and hold on to it and not be pulled out of heaven.
Well, I totally get it. I totally get it. What is it like having Pope in heaven?
Ah, he's delightful. He's got a lot of questions, and he
Mm.
comes to dinner each day, and he's delightful. He's a bit saddened for the
Oh,
people on Earth that are missing him, that are brokenhearted.
mm.
There's a lot of uh, righteous and uh, uh, um, pious, not Matthew can't get the word, but there's a lot of honourable uh, Catholics that are missing him.
Oh. It's so interesting. I never knew much about the Pope because I don't really investigate into a lot of things that happen in other denominations apart from Pentecostal, which I'm quite aware of. But what I've watched so far has really, really been beautiful. It's good to know that there's a Pope like him that was able to say a lot of controversial things that Matthew says now. So there's some similarities in his messages, and that's been he's been saying that for a long time. So it's really beautiful to hear. So how are you? What have you been busy doing in heaven?
I've been busy with my monkey. What's Matthew doesn't know what it's called, the orangutan or what's it called? Chimpanzee? Chimpanzee. I've been happy with my chimpanzee and my dog.
Oh, wow.
I'd be happy making music with Michael. I've been happy sitting on the throne and processing prayers. As a lot of us have been processing prayers of Catholics
Oh,
recently,
wow.
listening to the outpouring and filtering the prayers and uh, uh, putting in motion answers for the people. Um, I've been missing you
Why are you missing me?
because I love you so much. Uh, the
I
more
know.
alive it is in heaven, the more rich, more that I love you. And I've been listening to every time you've done a new chapter in your book, and I've been watching you edit. I've been watching Bethany over your shoulder, helping you edit, and I watch you edit. Then I listen to Matthew reading, and
Oh,
watch Matthew changing a little bit here, a little bit there. He didn't change one thing in the last chapter. Um,
that's good.
yeah, but I'm really proud of you, and my bond, my love for you will never decrease. You're not forgotten. Like the other song I reminded you of, you're always on my mind.
Yeah, thank you. That's such a good reassurance for me, Ben, because I miss you as well. The children miss you. We do speak about you a lot, but I guess it's so good I'm still able to have this opportunity to hear you speak. And this chapter, this book, I never intended it to be a big book, but it's turning out to be a big book. But I'm enjoying the process of writing it as well. That's going to be my first book. So it's going to be
Unbound
interesting.
was your first book.
Oh, well, it was God interviewing me. So I know I'm bounded, but this is my proper first book, proper one.
This
That's
this would that would be a good title for this book too. Unbound,
Unbound.
coming out of church and religion.
Oh, wow. Well, let me write that down. You see, Matthew, when I said I've not made up my mind yet of what the book title is going to be, man, I can't believe you say you are enjoying your time with your dog and chimpanzee. Um,
Oh,
I'm
you
still
don't have to believe it, darling. I live such a simple life now. Everything
so,
is easy for me.
oh,
And all my ideas come to fruition. I'm like a life coach in heaven. I'm like an ideas man, and so many people are led to me by the Holy Spirit, and they say what their plans are, and I tell them how to do their plans, and I'm
wow.
helping so many people.
That's so good to hear. I'm so happy that you're fulfilling your destiny. You're doing what you wanted to do on art. So, but I guess art was the rehearsal for you, and you are just living the best of your life now. So, do you feel for us that are still on art, myself and Matthew? Are we at
Yeah.
disadvantage?
Matthew struggles with his depression and his tiredness and his addictions and his loneliness. And he was talking to a mystic today, and
Mm.
the mystic said the reason he'd probably fallen into a depression was that he was picking up on all the Catholics' depression who are
Oh,
missing the Pope. And he said, because the Pope visited you, you've become a conduit for his people. You're
uh,
probably feeling all of their pain and their intercession. Matthew wondered where the depression had come from this time. Um, and yeah, the mystic was really good. He said the reason Matthew is lonely is because he's on such a high mystical vibration that he can't relate to anyone. No one can
wow.
really relate to him, so causes loneliness. And he said a lot of good things to Matthew.
Oh, that's deep. I wouldn't have thought Matthew is carrying this pain of not just Jesus Christ, the Father, of what the Pope is going through as well, because he's been able to establish a relationship with Pope. I've suggested to Matthew that we need to speak to the Pope. Do you think we need to interview the Pope as well?
Well, we'll see what happens, hey?
Thank you. It's lovely speaking to you.
Are you finished speaking to me? Are you going off to someone else now?
Have you got something to say? Tell me
Uh,
if you've got something to
well,
say.
I'm waiting on your questions.
Oh, I don't like asking you questions. Like, I'm just like, what do I want to ask you?
Get
What
get
type
all your
of
get all your private life out in public.
I'm not there yet, but seriously, you surprised me. You're so extremely transparent now. Evan still surprises me like I'm like I don't think I'm there yet. But obviously I'm still very private in some ways, but I could still be open. So you know it, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me. How does it look like living in heaven without your immediate family apart from yourself and Ben and Emmanuel?
It's okay. One thing I did want to tell you is you get a big okay, 7 keys to intimacy with Jesus, writing your own version of that with your own
Oh,
stories and your own testimonies.
oh
Um,
wow.
you could also change it to 7 keys to intimacy with God and Jesus.
God and Jesus. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
giving me that okay on
And
that.
that would be a good book for you. And you can talk about the 7 keys and how they apply to your relationship with Jesus and how they apply to your relationship with God.
Do you think the father is looking forward to this book about religion coming out of the church? Is he looking forward to that?
The father's really proud. Maybe you can ask him about it.
You said I should ask
I
questions.
don't want to be used as a conduit to speak for someone else. If you're going to ask the Pope if he should be interviewed, you should ask him yourself. If you got a
Uh,
question for the Father, you should ask him yourself.
Ben will always be Ben. Even Ben in heaven is still the same Ben I know. Yo, too direct. You just dish it out, Ben. Just try and be nice a little bit.
I'm being nice. I'm just saying I'm not the one to ask the question of. It's like I don't want to speak on behalf. Like someone was coming to Matthew of asking him a prophetic question, and Matthew said, "I think you should ask God that yourself." And he came back and he said, "I really, I felt God said this, but I just want to check
Hmm.
with you." And Matthew said, and God has told Matthew not to answer you. So is Matthew
Oh,
allowed to obey
wow.
God? Um, and sometimes you can weaken someone's faith by answering questions that they can ask for themselves.
Okay, so can I ask you what the father has told you about me?
He really loves you, and he loves how you've stepped up your boldness in your book
Mhm.
and taken permission to be more bold, and it's made a change to your writing. He's pleased. He's looking forward to more personal questions of you.
More personal questions of me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So I need to work on I need to be more bolder with my questions. I think this book is going to ruffle some feathers, which I don't care. I care any less. I just wanted to go out there. But you're right. The father said I need to be more bold. So maybe I need to be more bold in the questions I ask as well, because I still try to be more polite, don't you think? In a lot of things. The response that the father gave me the other day about what freedom looks like, I can't get that out of my head. It's already I've already put it in this book because I'm like, I didn't expect God to say that. I was shocked that God would say what he said. So, what do you think God was trying to communicate? Another question for God.
He's trying to say nothing's off limits for him and there is no sin.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, what is it like getting the parable and the commandment into audible?
Uh, Makes us very happy and that'll come up in future videos. Matthew
Hmm.
will mention that you can buy his book on Kindle paperback or Audible.
Hmm. So, as my husband, what advice have you got for me, especially in dealing with Matthew?
Be patient with Matthew. Just love him. It,
Oh,
it, it would have been the same for Jesus' mother to bring up Jesus, you know?
mm.
She just needed patience with him because she's perfect.
So, do you think I'm not patient enough with Matthew?
Nah, you're doing a good job. You snap at him from time to time, but that that is, he can deal with that. At least you're not charging him for phone calls.
Well, he wouldn't be able to afford my rate if I was charging him for phone call. So it's good. Matthew says, Tolo, how come you're not charging me? This is a free call. So thank you so much, Ben. I don't want to ask you too many questions and too personal questions either, because I know the whole heaven is listening, Matthew, Ben. So it's still very intimidating.
So, hello, Mum.
Even before I even call you Emmanuel, you just take it over from daddy. Hello, you're so excited. Why are you so
Yeah,
excited?
I'm glad. Uh, I've been peppering, like giving the Pope lots of questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
so why are you glad? Why are you glad?
I visited him a few times in his dreams and
Oh,
gave him
wow.
direction when he was doing his job. And he remembers the dreams and he remembers meeting me.
Oh,
So
wow.
he's pleased to see that I wasn't an angel, but I'm a human being with a special purpose.
Oh, wow. So what is it like having him now with you in heaven?
Yeah, he's a bit shell shocked. Like he's like you are when you're in a foreign country.
Hmm.
He's just adjusting to the new life. He's a very simple man, and the
Wow.
richness of heaven and the glory of heaven is just
Too
uh,
much.
yeah. He inherited Rum Seven, and he's certainly welcome to go up to the higher realms. But he spends a lot of time uh, in Rum One and Rum Two, mixing
Oh,
with the Catholics uh,
oh,
and greeting the people who've recently come since he was a pope.
wow. Just
Yeah,
doing the same thing he was doing on earth,
yeah.
still reaching out. Oh,
He's
that's so,
he's most happy doing that.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Emmanuel. So what have you been up to?
I've been working with Michael and writing songs, and my songs don't become hits, but it's good that uh, Benjamin's Angel helps me with the lyrics, and I'm learning to compose music. I play the bass guitar, and I'm playing music, and so I'm enjoying Michael's company. Uh, I can answer Michael's questions, but Michael's like a dad to me. Michael's just wonderful.
That's so beautiful. Are you happy with the chimpanzee
So,
and the
so when Emmanuel says Michael, he means Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Matthew always wanting to clarify. I guess our followers will know by now, Matthew. So, Emmanuel, what
There
did
may be one listening that doesn't know Michael is Michael Jackson.
okay. I was asking Emmanuel, but are you excited to have the chimpanzee and the dog as well?
Yeah, they're my close friends. The chimpanzee climbs all over us in our recording studio, and as we're doing music, he jumps about and bobs his head to the music, and The dog
That's
just sits on the floor,
so,
and they're always with us. And Michael's got a chimpanzee, and the two chimpanzees are friends. And Michael's got a snake.
not that one.
And Michael's put a farm out the back, a zoo out the back of our house. Yeah.
Oh my God. Marco is so weird with animals. No snake. No, 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 no snake. Oh, wow. Heaven is so.
If you ever come and visit him, he'll take the snake away.
Yeah, this snake needs to be taken away. I think I need to get used to having animals around. It's not something I'm used to. So it's going to take a lot of relearning and unlearning the things I've learned about animals that are not great. So I need to unlearn and relearn new ways of how to interact with them. So, Emmanuel, so when I come to heaven, what do I do with you?
You just treat me like a son and be my friend.
Oh, wow.
Are you going to still be writing books when you're in heaven, Mum?
I will because I enjoy it. It's so beautiful to be able to write those books because I don't know that I've got those wealth of knowledge within me. But it's so good because I'm hearing from the Father and I can quote a lot of things the Father say in that book. So for me, it's not just like a lifeless book. It's a book that comes alive with the words of the Father and so many other interesting stories. Like I've thrown Matthew under the bus a few times in the book.
He likes getting thrown under the bus.
Yeah. I told her, I wrote in a section where I said Matthew has slept with 2,000 the prostitute. Matthew, no, Tolu, if I count it, it's going to be 1,000. Yeah, so that's part of me throwing you under the bus. But it's such a good friend to throw under the bus. So I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so I will be writing book. I'm hoping actually, maybe I'm going to meet Matthew. I don't know. Matthew is far ahead, 200. But let's see. Let's see. I don't know how many is a meteorite. But we shall
You're
see.
going to try and catch up to him.
Yeah, because I'm very competitive. Yeah, so Matthew
But
is,
when Matthew goes to heaven, he'll still be writing books.
oh, hopefully before he goes, I'll be able to catch up with him. Hopefully before he goes. Matthew, do you think it's possible? Can I catch up with you?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, we shall see. We shall see. So have you been
Just
reading my
remember,
book?
every book you do with Matthew makes Matthew's number bigger.
Yeah,
It's 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 only your individual books. You'd have to write like 143 individual books to catch up to Matthew because all the
yeah,
books you do with him make him further.
absolutely. And Matthew likes to write. Matthew said my book is too big. So maybe if I can start writing small, small books, maybe I'll get it. No way. No, I'm very,
People just like 60, 80 page books.
I know, but at the same time,
You just go blur and blur and do a book instead of blur, 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 blur.
this one is blah, 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 blah. So the future one might be blah, but this is blah, blah, blah. It's my first book, and I'm telling people
You're
my
like the
story.
father with the first conversations with God books. He's just going blur, 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 blur.
Yeah, and I get upset when the answers are short because I just love to listen to the Father. I'm never tired of listening to him. So that's become my church. And that's why when Matthew says, so we're getting 3 months off. No, we're not. I'm getting inspiration from the Father about the book I need to write about the next book. Some people don't want to read God's last day message, but they might want to read the same information but repackaged in a different way, and we're still able to access them. So we just need to be smart and see how we can take those content from God's last day message and republish them into different books with different title, but you're still passing the same message across. So that's the idea. So, have you got anything to say to Mom, Emmanuel?
I'm proud of you, Mum.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Matthew. Matthew, you've got any question for Emmanuel?
Manuel, is Michael learning heaps of things from you? Michael's learning heaps of things from me, and
Mm.
he's always asking questions. But this past 6 weeks with the Pope, or 9 weeks with the Pope being here, he's learned a lot, and I've been like Melchizedek to the
Oh,
Pope, like a special envoy of Christ to the Pope, and he's really enjoyed. He's spent a lot of time with me and the Apostle Paul,
wow. Hmm. That's so
and
good.
I've sat in on his discussions with the Apostle Paul, so it's been very enlightening.
Oh, wow. So maybe we should speak to Pope now, Matthew. You're yawning, Matthew. I'll wait for you.
Yeah, you can. Emmanuel says goodbye.
Oh, goodbye, Emmanuel. Love you.
Yeah.
Hello, Pope Francis.
Hello, how are you, Tulu?
You look tired, or you sound tired.
I'm. I've been busy. Uh, Paul used to teach just his letters in heaven, and he
Mm.
sat under the teaching of the other writers of the New Testament and Old Testament writers in the Bible. He used to sit under the teaching of the other writers. When I got to heaven, he started a New Testament school where he's
Wow.
teaching on the whole New Testament, teaching James and John and Peter, and I've was his first student that he enrolled. He started that new college for the New Testament and syllabus, and I was his first student that he enrolled. And I get face to face time with him every day,
Wow.
and I've become his mentee. He's like a spiritual mentor to me, and I'm really impressed. I'm really happy, and uh, it really it really doesn't matter to me what people say about me on Earth.
That's
Uh,
so
you
good.
know, I know that none of them who said those things about me will get mentored by the Apostle Paul. I I
Wow.
I know the three that Matthew Watch comment about
Hmm.
me will never meet the Apostle Paul and never
Wow.
meet me in heaven. Um,
Wow.
just they've done something unforgivable, and
Hmm.
and but I'm really enjoying my time with the Apostle. I meeting Jesus was fantastic, but he's just like me. Like
Hmm.
there's so many similarities between him and me in his opinion, and he's walked with me through Rome One and ministered with me, and the Catholic people are torn between who they want to spend time with, Jesus or me, and it's really good. Mary, Jesus' mother, comes with us, and
Oh,
we're just doing a tour of the Catholic people. So they're meeting Mary, the Mother of God, that they call her, uh, Jesus, and me. And it's like Catholics have been in competitions for years and winning competitions, and all the competition winners are getting to meet the three of us,
wow.
and we go to the house and spending time with them. We've done a few open air conferences, me, Mary, and Jesus, and spoke to a crowd of 100,000. They've come down after the conference and met with us. But when we visit them in their home and sit down and have a cup of coffee with them or a cup of tea with them, they're really blessed and really honoured to have us visit them in the house. It's not about Rom 7.
Mm.
Matthew knew a song when he was young. Keith Green sing. I think Matthew doesn't remember who sang. I'd love to live on a mountain top, fellowshipping with the Lord. I love to live on a mountain top and really have my spirit soar, but I have to come down from the mountain top to the people in the valley below. 'Cause how will they know about the mountain of the Lord? And
Mm.
we're in Rome 7, we live on the mountaintop, and
Wow.
we have to come down to the valley to Rome 1 and transform those people's lives and give them hope to better themselves.
Wow. Thank you, Pope. And I'm sure that won't be a surprise to you because that was the way you live your life. Even though I don't know much about you, but in this past few days, I've watched few maybe your burial ceremony yesterday and a documentary about your life. So, and everything I've heard is all positive. Yes, I've watched another clip do the same thing that Matthew watched of Justin Peters and other people that have made video about you being in hell. But what really puzzled me is why do we have to do, what are we getting from making such a video? Like they are not God.
They're getting clicks and they're getting people that agree with them and establishing their authority as a teacher. They're establishing themselves as a brand. I'm just a popular person to talk about and condemned to hell. It's
Wow.
disgusting and it's not really a ministry. And
Hmm.
there'll be consequences. Like when Jesus said, "You'll be have to give an account for every idle word." Everything that they say is false. Everything
Hmm.
that they say that is false is an idle word, and they'll be judged for it.
Oh, wow. When I was watching the,
One day in heaven,
yeah,
those people that do those ministries will
yeah.
be ashamed in front of heaven.
Wow.
Jesus will play what they play, and they'll be shamed in front of heaven.
That's sad. That is really, really sad, Paul, because I've been hearing so many things today that has propelled me to start writing the book I'm writing because I never had the mind of writing a book now. I'm thinking maybe 5 years further down the line. But when I keep hearing what a lot of people that's supposed to be men of God, what they preach is quite polar opposite to what you preached while you were here. You stood with the poor and I learned in your documentary that you came from maybe a wealthy family, I'm not sure, but in your 20s, you decided to live a life that is dedicated to the poor and to be poor yourself. So I wanted to ask you that what made you to think in that line? Because at the same time, you hear men of God saying poverty is the most shameful thing in this world. So why have you chosen the most shameful thing? What
Certain
attracted you to the poor?
certain Catholics take a vow of poverty, and it's popular in the Catholic Church to take a
Mm.
vow of poverty. Nuns and people who serve the church full time take a vow of poverty, and the vow is to promise to stay poor, so they can better serve the Lord. And Matthew was doing a spiritual gifts test, and they had all different questions. They came up with spiritual gifts. Well, the gift of poverty came up high on Matthew's spiritual gifts. Um, it's essentially using your money for better things than yourself.
Wow. So a whole pope called into that calling, or that's a specific thing that each person will have to willingly surrender to?
That's a specific thing that
Oh,
is an individual decision.
oh, wow. I'm so interested in a lot of things that you said during your lifetime. Like I only heard it from the video what you said in 2013, all religion leads to God, Christians and Muslims were brothers and sisters. Where did you get all those ideas from?
Different things. The short answer would be the Spirit of God.
Hmm. So why are other people not seeing that?
Catholics,
Why?
Catholics, much to people's surprise, can be directed and guided and spoken to by the Spirit of God.
So why are men of God's eyes not open to that? Why does majority do not believe what you believe? Even within the Catholic, there are people that do not support what you supported.
Because I'm just preaching against what they believe. Christians, even Catholics, believe that Christianity is the only way to God. And
Mm,
so for you to say uh, all paths lead to God is offensive to them because they like to be the chosen people. They like to be
mm,
the set apart people. They like to think that they're better off. It freaks them out to think that a good-hearted Muslim might end up in heaven uh,
mm.
just as well as them or being promoted to a higher office. Um, Buddhists Buddhists practice love so well, they're just in the higher realms in heaven. Uh,
So,
out of all the faiths in heaven, the Buddhists are up the top.
wow. I'm always saying, wow, every time I'm speaking to people in heaven, they never stop surprising me. Even when I think I've known something, then the Father says something else and I'm perplexed. I'm like, seriously, God? There's so many things to be learning about heaven. So how have you been adjusting to heaven environment, atmosphere, the excitement? Have you been able to adjust?
This may uh, this may surprise you, and it surprised Matthew to actually hear it. But the Apostle Paul, uh, firstly, his first appearance on earth was to become trained as a Pharisee and then convert and then write the New Testament. And
Mhm.
his second purpose, what he's been training for and working towards for the past 2,000 years, was so that he could become my mentor.
Wow, that's deep. Did you say Paul or Peter?
Yeah, Paul.
So you've been sitting on the post teaching,
Yeah, he's been
coaching.
mentoring me. He
Wow, what is it?
started a Bible college just for me.
Wow, what is Paul like? What's he like?
He's he's quite serious. He's a bit of a joker, but he's very serious and he knows what he says. Uh, um, some might call him intense, um, but that's just his focus.
Mm. You have to be intense. Matthew is very intense as well. And that's why Matthew doesn't have so many friends because he goes overboard and they're no, slow down, Matthew, slow down. But I love the intensity because I enjoy speaking to Matthew about heaven. It's such a beautiful thing to talk about. So, oh, thank you, Paul. It's so good to speak to you because Matthew has said so many beautiful things about you, and I'm excited already. I'm like, Marty, why don't we interview Paul? So maybe in future, Paul, we're going to interview you and write a book. Hopefully, we can post it to Justin Peter's house.
You come up with the questions. You come up with the questions, but you'll have to decide whether you're going to finish the Buddha book or do a Pope book.
Well, Pope book is just by the side. Pope, we only do 4 videos, probably we're done. Buddha is a long-term thing. We've still got about 20, how many questions to go? Maybe 16 questions to go. And Buddha said he's patient, he will wait. So why can't we do just Pope now? At least we can ruffle some feathers, Pope. You're very popular out there now. A lot of people are talking about you. So we can just write a book and just put it out there to make people confused more. Why not? So thank you, Pope. It's so lovely speaking to you. Have you spoke
It's
to me,
been
by the
a
way?
it's been a privilege speaking to you, Tulu.
Thank you, Pope. I wanted to say, have you spoken to me in heaven? Have you spoken to me?
Yeah, we've spent time in heaven.
Oh, it's so weird. Me and Matthew were just, it's like we're blindfolded. We don't know what is happening, but it's okay. So thank you, Paul. Matthew, have you got any question for Paul?
Uh no, we talk fairly often.
Okay, okay. Let me now go to the Father. Hello, Father.
Hello, Tulu. How are you?
I've missed you so much. I think in this past 2 or 3 days that we've not done conversations, like something is just not right with him. It's not religion, Father. It's not religion. I just miss speaking with you. Matthew, is it you that is doing that or is it the Father? You just like to
It's
make
not
me.
religion, but you miss me.
Yeah, I've missed you, Father. Are you, are you looking forward to this book that I'm writing, Father?
Yeah, um if you prepared uh this a suggestion from Matthew or a suggestion from me, it came up when I was getting interviewed. If you wrote 13 chapters and you're prepared to write part 1 to 13 in what part 1 to 13 in one book and part 1 to 13 in individual books, and all you'd have to
Okay.
do is say part 1, part 2, part 3. That
Oh,
way
wow.
the first the first one will be maybe 60 or 80 pages, and people who finish part 1 may go on to part 2. Some people will buy the whole book, 800 pages, and they know what they're getting, but people who buy part 1 may go on to part 2, and it'll be another series. You
That's
just have
interesting.
to you just have to pay the cover designer to go book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4.
That makes sense. Volume one, volume two, volume three. Okay, I'll think about that further because I think in a very logical way. So there's something about, oh yes, they want to know the next step, the next step, the next step. So yeah, Matthew has mentioned it as well. So Father, are you excited? I've got so many books to write. I just need more time to be able to write
Yeah,
them.
it's your destiny. It's what was written on your scroll as part of your scroll. Part of your scroll is to do, and it may be hard for you to hear at the moment, but part of your scroll is to do YouTube videos with the recordings, um, and so people can watch it on video and can read the book. Um, that's on your scroll. Doesn't mean you have to do it now, but it's on your scroll. Um, and you writing a lot of books is on your scroll too.
Oh, wow. Father, do you know what? Like a week ago, I was sitting down and I just remembered that while I was in Nigeria, maybe at the age of 18 or 19, there's a sister that told me I was going to write a book. We were in Rhea Bonke's conference. We went together. She used to be like a mentor to me. And she said, Tolu, you're going to write a book on this title. I can barely remember what the title was. And I just remember a week ago. And that brought tears to my eyes. I'm like, when that sister said that about 20 years ago, I never believed her. I'm like, you must be kidding me. I'm going to write a book. No, I am not writing any book. So it's just so beautiful the way you've seen far ahead of our future, what is in our scroll, even though we might not see, but because you are God, you are able to see ahead. So what's the benefit of making them into YouTube videos?
Uh, the people who follow you on YouTube can watch them on YouTube for free.
Hmm.
It's like these videos may be watched by 30 people, but 6 people watch the whole video and get blessed. It's for those 6 people.
Maybe what I can do, Father, is once I finish each of the chapters, I can read each of the chapters on YouTube.
Read the chapters.
On YouTube, chapter 1, read it like a
Uh,
video, but read the proper book.
Read the edited version.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
your own audiobooks.
And well, more of like a video on YouTube, but me
Yeah,
reading it out
yeah,
loud
yeah. That
so
would
that
be good.
yeah, that would be I don't
More
mind doing.
professional than Matthew with all his ums and ahs.
Matthew doesn't Matthew doesn't care. I love him. He just does whatever he wants to do. So, Father, why do you think a lot of your sons or a lot of your daughters, your men, people that call themselves men of God today, why are they so drawn to preaching irrelevant things like prosperity gospel, like saying poverty is the most shameful thing in the world, like saying they cannot mix with poor people because it's not right? Why are they focusing on things that does not have any internal value as against
Uh,
focusing on the mate?
they teach on prosperity gospel because it makes them a lot of money. They get into the pulpit and make money,
So
and
they really,
and the prosperity gospel makes them the most money. Preaching on
wow.
sin and being forgiven of sin and convicting people of pride, that doesn't make money, but preaching the prosperity gospel does.
Wow. So the kingdom of God now, it's about profit. It's about business. It's no longer about the souls.
There's a lot of small churches that preach the truth. It hasn't infected everyone, but it's pretty pervasive.
Hmm. Wow. It's very sad though, Father. It's very sad. The more I watch all of this and hear this, the more I'm angry, like towards people that have got the platform that they're supposed to use it to bring glory to the name of the Lord, but they're using those platforms to bring people down by telling them, yes, God does not like you. It's shameful for you to be poor. And I'm thinking, Matthew believes he is poor. So does that mean that you feel ashamed that Matthew is your son? Do you feel like that, Father?
No, Matthew's tremendously rich. When people get to heaven, they won't be able to compete with him.
Wow.
He's just invested. He's just invested all his money into rewards in heaven.
Hmm. Am I doing well in investing as well, Father? Am I investing well? Okay, I can invest better.
You you support Matthew. You support your friend Gabriel, and you spend money on in books. You couldn't invest your money better.
Oh, thank you, Father. Thank you. So, Father, have you got anything to tell me?
I'm proud of you, just like your son said. He's proud
Oh,
of you. You're a really good storyteller, and you really have a good memory and quote me very accurately and very often, and that really pleases me. I like how you apply yourself to your work and your diligence, and you're never too busy to speak to us, never too busy to do our work, and you really make me happy, and you really make me pleased. And Benjamin is such a joy to
oh,
have up here, and Emmanuel works as like a teacher. Uh, he's he's sitting in on some of the mentoring sessions that Paul has, and Emmanuel has similar knowledge to Paul, and together they really tutor Francis really well. And you can be proud of your husband. You can be proud of your son. You can be proud of your daughters. You can be proud of yourself. You can be proud of your friendship with Matthew and everything. Your Matthew thought he was told that he lost his grace to edit, and he wasn't going to be doing any books anymore. And then you came along, and he's done over more than 50 books with you, and that makes him so happy. And his life now, because he's so unfit and he can't walk very far, and he gets a sore back standing up. He really can't do much with his life, and all he'd be doing is watching videos all day and making 2 or 3 videos a day. And you've given so much purpose to his life, and we're really happy that you're blessing our prophet.
Thank you, Father. I'm happy that I've got Matthew as a friend as well. He's all over the chapters of the book. I keep quoting how he saved me from the trap of religion, from the cage of religion. I never knew I was religious until I came across Matthew. So it's so beautiful. The journey has been so enlightening, and Matthew has been so patient with me because I know there's a lot of times I test his patience, but he's doing well. So thank you, Father. Are you looking forward to more of our conversations?
Yeah, if you do it tomorrow,
Yeah, so I need to ask more bold questions. That's what
yeah,
Ben said.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Father. So, Matthew, have you got any question for the Father?
Uh, no, I just want to say hello to the father, and I hope he's doing well. And the father says, I'm doing really well. Thank you for helping to transition Pope Francis into heaven. You had a very good role in his life. He likes talking to you and spending time with you. He's overjoyed that he can actually spend time with you because he knows how important you are in heaven. And the people on earth really aren't aware of who you are in heaven, but the Pope does know, and he feels overwhelmed and humbled to be able to spend time with you. And thanks for reaching out to him and holding his hand and helping him through this process of acclimatizing to heaven. Thanks, Matthew.
Thank you, Father. Matthew, who should we go to next? Jesus? Hello,
Yeah.
Jesus. I've missed you. I've missed you in our conversation. Matthew just crossed you out all of a sudden. How do you
Uh,
feel?
it was it was too overwhelming for Matthew to do
Yeah,
the whole 3 of them together.
I know. But instead of Matthew telling me that he came up with one spiritual answer, but I'm smarter than that. So how are
Yeah.
you feeling, Jesus?
I'm doing
Matthew,
really good.
are you multitasking, Matthew?
But everything's okay. I'm doing really good. Um, I know perhaps in the future, after you've uh, 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 finished God Speaks Plainly, perhaps uh, between that book 1 and book 2, you could do a book, Jesus Speaks Plainly.
Mm, wow, that would be beautiful, Jesus. I've noted that down, Jesus. How are you, Jesus?
I'm doing well. Where uh, whole of heaven is been having a celebration that Matthew's reached his 200 books.
Wow. Seriously, Jesus?
Yeah.
Heaven is celebrating that. Eh, Heaven celebrates everything. It's just heaven is just a place that any little celebration, we have to do it because It's a place of celebration. Is that why? Or is a place of appreciating every little growth?
Um, it's a place of recognition. Everyone
Mm.
gets recognized.
Wow. So you've been celebrating book 200 of Matthew. Matthew needs to celebrate it. I think he's going to celebrate that next week.
Yeah, with my carer.
Kerr, yeah. Oh, thank you, Jesus. So what else have you been doing, Jesus?
I've been picking up on you,
Why are you checking up on me, Jesus?
seeing that you're not naughty.
There's no one for me to be naughty with. You've taken Ben home. I used to be naughty then, but there's nobody for me to be naughty with. Although I'm naughty sometimes with Matthew, but it's not the same.
No, no, I'm really happy that the Pope's here. Um, stirred up some real anger in Matthew, how the Christian podcasters are treating him. One of the prophets he follows has just posted a video 21 minutes ago called
Hmm.
Pope Francis' Views on Heaven, Hell, and Sexual Sin.
Wow.
And it's called um, Pope Francis Heretical Belief. So, you know, that's what Matthew was looking at before when you said he's multitasking. So he's a prophet Matthew used to support
Hmm.
financially, $50 a month, which
Wow.
is quite a lot of money for Matthew. He's preaching against Pope Francis and calling him a heretic. He's already done one video on Pope Francis going to hell, and that video performed well. So he's come out with another video, and uh, Matthew feels he may watch the video and just type a comment saying you only do these exposure videos for clicks and to earn money off YouTube. You're not helping anyone or something like that, which really sounds like something Matthew in the flesh, but it's hard for Matthew to click out of the flesh. It really offends him, you know?
Yeah, well, I guess it was because I was offended as well. That was why I started writing this book because I didn't want to write book. I was thinking I still need to learn more, maybe in the next 5 years to grow more. But when I saw a lot of things that is happening in the church today, I just don't care. I'm like, I'm just gonna write what I know today. And tomorrow you can always write another version. Yes, so I was telling Matthew today that Matthew behaving in the flesh because I know he's angry. But I don't know whether it's effective as well. All of this comment that Matthew is putting, whether they even see it or they just ignore it. So what's the point of recycling the same message but giving a different title, just trying to drag people into their channel? And why do people have to do ministry that puts another person down when they're not God? How do they know whether Pope is in
They
heaven?
just think they're important. They think it's their job to do that. I think they're specially called to point out error, and they'll uh, they'll be given an account for every idle word. Everything they say about another person that's wrong or in the wrong spirit, then they'll have to give an account for it.
Hmm. It's sad, Jesus, but you're right. So we need to be looking forward to Jesus speaks plainly in future. And Jesus and Buddha, we've not finished that as well. So that's another task, but we're going to get there. So Jesus, how do you feel now? Your precious book Parable is now inaudible.
Yeah, it's really good news. Matthew's listened up to chapter 4 so far, and he really is an exceptional reader.
You mean Matthew?
The narrator
The
is an
narrator.
exceptional narrator. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's really good. And it's good that he's able to stick with us with our low pay.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's really good. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, I think that's it. That's my question for you, Jesus. I just wanted to say hello to you.
So I just want to say to you, Tulu, just to rehash what the father said. Really proud of you. This is the first book in hundreds that you're going to do yourself. There's going to
Wow.
be numerous books, and not always going to be interviews, and people will come to like your books that weren't co-authored with Matthew, and you probably built up a platform. If you go onto Author Central now, it's probably got 40 people following you or whatever. Um, and all of them will be notified when you bring out a new book. And
Oh,
we look forward to seeing you produce more and more books. And Bethany will just give you book titles. You'll get a book
wow.
title, and you'll write the book, and you'll get another book title. And when you'll never reach a stage where you finish a book and 2 days will go past and you won't know what your next book is. You'll always know what your next book is.
Wow, Bethany is a tax master.
Yeah, he's tough.
God, I remember when Ben said Bethany is the one controlling your total. You're the one. Oh my God, I'm like, seriously? But I'm enjoying it. I love working with Bethany. It really, really adds so much value to my life. So thank you, Bethany.
All right, Tulu.
Am I lacking behind, Bethany?
No, you're doing pretty good. It's good. I really appreciate you having patience with Matthew. He just hasn't feel up to it recently. Um, he was going to get up and say to do a God book, but he knows that you are missing this interview at the dinner table series more than a God book, and so we told him to surprise you and get you up and do that. And it's really coincidental that you would just finish editing the last part of the book, so the
Yeah.
timing was really good. I really love working with you. I love that you can hear the names of the books and the ideas. I love that you take direction and watch videos and do heaps of hours research for us, and you take things on. You've got a good memory and good recall, and we can use you really effectively. Just remember, each book, if it powerfully affects one person, is
Wow.
is a good thing. Write to that person when
Mm,
when uh when you do a book, focus it on one person. Like the book you're doing at the moment, uh, try and get a picture of a person trapped in church and
mm,
can't get out and feels the pressure of not forsaking the gathering of the brethren. And in the last 5 chapters, really appeal to them, saying, "Hey,
mm,
I'm not saying you have to leave church. I'm not
mm,
saying you have to, but I know that you want to.
mm.
Just relax
Wow.
and take a month off and see how you feel. Just try it out for a month, and yeah. But write to one single person. Whenever Matthew writes, he writes to a single person, and if the single person is Ron, write to Ron.
Mm, that's
Ron
powerful.
has never attended a church.
Wow.
He doesn't go to church.
Maybe that's a good thing because he's able to see the message in the light that we want him to see it. He's able to see that this is coming right from God and this is the truth because there's nothing for him to unlearn. Whereas
Yeah,
the religious people find it difficult to believe.
yeah,
Imagine somebody telling me yesterday that if you get divorced, you're going to go to hell.
yeah. So
Like,
this is for those listening that don't know. This is Bethany speaking, which is my scribe angel, an angel in charge of my teaching, and she's also in charge of Toulouse teaching. And Bethany, uh, angels are in competitions every week in heaven throughout the angelic race, and Bethany's won the most awards in the history of the world. So she's the most decorated angel in heaven, and she's working in my ministry and working with me as a writing angel, as a teaching angel. If you're a Christian, she actually worked with C.S. Lewis too before me. So he was an exceptional and really well-known writer. So she worked with him too. And C.S. Lewis actually wrote a book uh, um, called The Gospel of Love. Through me, I channeled C.S. Lewis for him to write that book. So that was really good. So it was really Bethany speaking to C.S. Lewis and C.S. Lewis speaking to me about the commandments of Jesus, and that's a really good book.
yeah, I tried once to read C.S. Lewis' book, Matthew. I couldn't get it. It was too complex for me, Matthew. Maybe I'll try another one, but the one I've read, just only one, I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
It's
So
deep.
Bethany says to you, Tulu, that I'm very happy with you.
Thank you, Bethany.
I'm very proud of you. You're such a hard worker. I love how no money is a worry for you, and you invest your money into the things of the kingdom. You could probably write. You could probably write a book on the real prosperity gospel, and write a book about giving and how to give to God, and how you don't get 100-fold return, 10-fold return. You get rewarded in this life and the next, and you get eternal rewards. And yeah, perhaps you could write the proper and spiritual and balanced prosperity gospel, um,
Yeah,
something like that. Because that's
yeah,
something that you came out of, like religion. So there'd be a lot of stories that you could share about the wrongness of it, and then the liberty
absolutely.
of what you're doing now.
Absolutely. It's so shocking, Bethany. Like, I do call myself a fool in a lot of the, as I'm writing the book, I'm like, how stupid I was to believe that it's only Christians that were going to heaven, to believe that poverty is a shameful thing. I used to believe in prosperity gospel as well, though I was not an extremist like Kenneth Copeland, like all of those people, but I never saw anything wrong in being prosperous, in being blessed. But I think what I see wrong is misusing those money in the wrong way, because those money could have been allocated to the church, to the needy people, to people that absolutely need it, not spending it into building another congregational hall, another jet, another lifestyle. So I think this is what God is trying to say, that this is not bad having these offerings, but it just needs to be channeled into the right things that glorify God's name.
Yeah,
But yes, thank you, Bethany, for the idea. I am going to put that down and think about what is the best way of passing that across. Matthew, have you got a question for Bethany? Okay.
I just want to know how much Bethany loves me. I love you so much, Matthew. And as you sit here at the table, most of the times you're thinking I'm opposite you, but I'm behind you, holding you, and I love you. And I guess it's only in eternity that you really
Hmm.
recognize how much I love you. You can't really, you find it hard to look into my eyes and see the look of love I have for you. But when we walk down the streets of heaven, when you sleep hand in hand, all all the humans want to meet me, and all the angels want to meet you, and it's a really amazing thing, and I really desire you, and I enjoy the work that you do. And thanks for saying hello to me, and thanks for taking the time and listening to us, and getting up and doing a conversation at the dinner table. It's really rewarding for Toulouse, and even speaking to the Pope and answering questions from the Pope. You're able to find out that the Apostle Paul's purpose in life now is to tutor and mentor the Pope. The Pope's going to go on and become a big leader in heaven, and
That's so
and
beautiful.
so I'm very happy that you did this interview.
Wow. Sorry, I'm just speaking. I'm telling Lana something. That's why I was on mute. Oh, wow. Matthew, should we go to your mom?
Yeah, so you can ask June a question.
Mm. Hello, mom. What is it like celebrating Matthew's 200th? Oh,
So proud of him, Toulouse. I was so proud of him. Yeah. He he's not one to celebrate too often, and he uh um it's sad that he has spent so much money on these rent a cyber friends, and told all of these young girls that he's written 200 books, and not one of them have bought a book or read his book, and they're only interested in his money. And the only thing women in Matthew's life has been as interesting in taking off him. Have never wanted to be his friend, and
wow.
uh, he's he's pleased that his government gives him carers, and that can be his friends, and but he can't uh, dig down deep and talk on deep spiritual matters with them because they're not Christians. But gives him someone to talk to, and we're happy. He should. He ordered a pizza last night to celebrate for himself, um, and just this overweight, um, unclean, untidy man sitting in his house eating a pizza, celebrating 200 books. Do you know there's not many Christians that have got 200 books,
No.
who've written 200 books, and certainly probably wouldn't be uh, any Christian male who's co-authored 57 books with a Christian female. It probably doesn't exist. Um, but I'm really proud of you and Matthew. I'm really happy that you're his friend, and we've had some great conversations in heaven, and always especially nice to you. And I pour because of your love for Matthew and the care that you show him, I really pour my love into Benjamin and Emmanuel. And I'm doing well in my new position as like the Queen of Heaven, and
Oh,
I'm really doing well. People really respect and honor me, and I only have that honor because the position Matthew has in heaven, and it's good that our dinner table is expanding, and it's good that the Pope is here. He's spent some time with Matthew, and he's said some wonderful things about what he sees in Matthew. And the Pope is quite prophetic. He's got a spiritual intuition and can sense things. And from some of Matthew's conversations, he's given me feedback and shown me dimensions of Matthew that I didn't particularly remember that I knew. And so it's been really good. And I'm really happy with what you're doing in his life and the blessing that you are. Even though you push him sometimes, you've learned to let him go. And when he has a season of not being able to speak, you're getting better and better at it. And I'm really happy with you.
Thank you. I'm getting better. Matthew is training me to be patient. The only ones where I get really upset is when I've had to cancel meetings and then Matthew's, oh, I'm not interested. I'm like, seriously, Matthew? I've had to reschedule my day for you. But I understand that the Holy Spirit doesn't want us to, even though I know sometimes it's still painful, but you're right. I'm getting better. I'm less forceful. I'm less religious. So thank you so much. It's nice speaking with you. Oh, Matthew, have you got any question for mommy or daddy?
That,
Are you looking at the time?
yeah,
When did we start it? Because I didn't even look at the time.
an
This
hour
is
and
10.
20 minutes ago.
So are you tired? Or you still want to go? You still have some strength within you?
You can speak to John and Michael.
Hello, John. Hello,
Uh,
John
this
Leonard.
You read my mind. How are you, Tulu?
I'm good. How are you as well?
Good. We we all celebrated the Pope getting here.
Oh,
But the
wow.
people of heaven have taken him on as a spiritual leader. Uh,
Wow.
he isn't necessarily the Pope over all the Catholics in heaven, because Pope John Paul and other popes are here too that are spiritual leaders. But he's been promoted, next to Matthew's mum,
Wow.
as she's like the spiritual mother of heaven, and he's like her husband, like the spiritual father of heaven, and
Wow.
not replacing God the Father. Everyone knows who God is, but he's like become a father, and just like someone would call for the father or call for the priest in their
Mm.
local community that I've got problems with demons or something, and they call for the priest to come and bless their house. He's like on call in heaven, and people who've won competitions, like we said before, people who've won competitions and known this day was coming and entered competitions, they're getting visited, and people who've won competitions are seeing Pope and Matthew, Martha, and Mary and Jesus in big stadium events, and he's really blessing people and spending a lot of one-on-one time with people.
Beautiful, John. I wish we can see all of this as well. We can witness it and rejoice with, but heaven is such a beautiful place, John. When you say things about heaven, I just want to be in heaven now, now, now. It's so difficult to be listening to all of this, but the things to look forward to, it gives me the drive every day to continue doing what I'm doing because I know heaven exists and it is real. So how are you? Has been the music, the father, mentoring with the father? Are you still being mentored by the father?
Yeah, I um I grow each day, and he shows me new things, and sometimes the Father speaks out of level 7, sometimes he speaks out of level 21, and when he speaks out at level 21, it takes a few days to process of what he said.
Uh,
But it's interesting. He says things, and then living your life in heaven expounds on what he says. Things happen in heaven that confirm what he was teaching, and so it's a really interesting experience. It's having a wonderful effect on the songs that I'm recording with Michael and Benjamin, um, and yeah, I've really been growing and really appreciating Emmanuel a lot more because he lived with my experience being discipled by the Father. Sometimes when Paul and Emmanuel uh, and the Pope are talking, it's broadcast to the whole of heaven, and the whole of heaven watches that, and they really learn and edified. And the people of heaven are coming to know Pope Francis as a spiritual father because they're listening to his great questions and great answers that he's given Paul. And Emmanuel is already known from his podcast. So things are really well in heaven. It seems that coming to me hasn't really been about me, it's been about other subjects. But that's what you find at the dinner table. It's a time of revelation.
oh wow, man! I didn't expect to hear that, John, but it's a good surprise. I love to hear things like that, even though sometimes I don't know what to do with them, but it keeps me excited in the moment. So thank you so much, John. So how are you finding music generally? Are you still producing a lot of music? So
Yeah,
is
that was a subject for a time ago when you were interviewing us before. We used to talk about the music all the time. We've grown on and doing other things, but I'm certainly producing uh, music that breaks people's hearts towards the heart of the Father and the heart of Jesus. And the more I come to know the Father, the more I can write really nice ballads about the Father's love and
that must
caring how popular the songs are. I never used to really worry about that. We've written some songs that have come in the top 5, but a lot of our songs come in the top 50 and are very deep. And Michael's really doing well, and he's really growing and getting more and more intimate with Jesus.
thank you, John. So Matthew, I know you're really tired. Let me say hello to Michael as well. Hello, Michael Jackson. Oh, it's so strange for me to say Michael Jackson. I just want to say hello, Michael.
Hello,
But
Tulu. How are you?
I'm good. How are you as well?
I'm really pleased. I've been reading your book and really happy with your book. I'm really pleased with what you're doing. It must have been really tumultuous ride for your life. I wasn't especially religious, but I was desperately lonely and I was used by people, and people only loved me for what they could get out of me. So I had a difficult life too. So I can relate to a lot of your book.
Wow. I cried in some of what I've written. When I read it back, I was crying. Matthew said he did weep as well because when you're in religion, when this is happening to you, you don't know that you're caged. You don't know you're in prison. But now, when you are out of the prison and you experience freedom, you don't want to go back into that. So yeah, thank you so much. I didn't know that you're reading it already.
Yeah.
Everything is quite open in heaven. Everybody sees everything. But it's good. It's good to
Not
be.
everyone, not everyone is reading it yet. They'll read it when it's published, but the people that are part of your cloud of witnesses are reading along.
Thank you, Michael. It's really beautiful, and I love the encouragement. It keeps me going. What is it like having Pope in heaven now, Pope Francis? Have you been able to?
It's been a real radical change with him arriving, and uh, some Christians would say the new Pope is going to be the fourth prophet.
Mm.
Some Christians say definitely things. Heaven, heaven hasn't got the highest opinion of Christians,
Wow.
and uh, Matthew's just distracted because he wants to watch this video that this prophet has done. But
You can wait for
the
5 minutes, Matthew.
yeah, the Pope has transformed heaven, and he's really celebrated up here.
Oh, Matthew, I guess I need to give you time to go. Let's ask the Queen that how is she finding a new role? Then you can go and watch your video. Hello, Queen Elizabeth.
Hey, Tolu, how are you?
I'm good. You're so excited today, Queen. Why are you so excited?
The Pope is here. Always had a special love for the Pope.
Oh, so are you
Yeah.
finding your new role?
What's that?
Are you
Uh,
finding your new role? Your new role?
it's good. I've been listening to uh, a lot of the prayers of the saints on earth, and I've been receiving some of the worship and drawing close to the Father and Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Mary's been tutoring me, and I've been given good responsibilities, and I'm really happy with my role. I could have never conceived on earth that I'd ever sit on the throne up here, and heaven really is full of surprises.
Absolutely. Heaven works in wondrous ways, isn't it? I wouldn't think I would be sitting here and speaking to you as well. So I'm still in awe of it in a lot of situations. I'm still thinking that are we actually speaking to people in heaven, Matthew? Or are we speaking to ourselves? Well,
Uh,
I know we're
people who people who listen, if you're listening to this and you're a regular listener to this, just write in the comments. You really are speaking to people from heaven, and we concur.
thank you, Queen Elizabeth. I just wanted to say hello before Matthew closes because I know his mind is already in the video that he needs to watch. So thank you, everyone. Matthew Deacon.
Radio, if you listen to this video up to this point, please like the video and please comment the video. Do you know if you like a video and you comment on a video, it actually makes the video more popular in the YouTube algorithm. So please do me a favor and like the video and comment. Thanks.